Hello friends, and welcome back to the Wood and Burn YouTube channel. I'm Emily, and this is day 7 or cast on 7 of the 12 cast ons project. This is my participation in a knit along hosted by Ange from Yarn and Yarns, where you cast on 12 projects from December 24th to January 31st of the following year. And I have been absolutely loving participating in this. I can definitely see myself doing it again next year. Yeah, so I am here to pick another project. We're starting to dwindle the amount of projects that we have in here, so I'm excited to see which one we're going to get today. I'm kind of torn on what one I would like to pull out. I know that I have a vest for my toddler in here, which would be very practical and amazing to get that started. I have another garment for myself. I have a cardigan for my husband. I have a couple more cowls. Yeah. So I'm not sure which one I want, but let's find out which one we get. Alrighty. Oh, that's funny. So this is actually the cowl that I ended up, it was a pattern by Stephanie of Telly Bean Knits, and I swapped it out and did this one instead. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but it's by Liz Cork. A Amour cowl, and it's this beautiful bandana cowl with this like feather and fan detail. If you've been here for a while, you know I kind of have a thing for like ripples and feather and fan stitch in knitting. It's just my favorite. I love it so much. So my plan for this, I actually have the yarn sitting right here because I went ahead and pre-wound the main skein that I'm planning to use. And the main skein is kind of, it's a little boring, but it's a very practical. It's a gray. This is a Coops, or Socks, yeah, by Coops Knits. And this was, again, another gift from my lovely friend in France. She sent it over to me, and I'm so happy to be using some of these yarns. I've had them for over a year now, and I've just not been able to decide what to make with them because they feel so absolutely precious and special. And I know that it took a lot of time and energy for her to get that package sent over here and everything, and so I'm just so grateful and just thrilled to be using them. So Socks, yeah, is a 75% superwash, fine superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. It has 231 yards or 212 meters per 50 grams. And the colorway for this one is Melanite or 121. Color 121 Melanite. I think that's how you say it. Classic gray. So my plan is for this, hopefully I will have popped up a picture here somewhere, is for the top portion to use this. And then my plan for the rest of it is where it gets fun. These are some of my hand-dyed yarns. This is a mini skein set that I dyed maybe in 2024, or was it 2023? I think it was actually 2023. So it's been almost 3 years ago that I dyed this. I think that's right. Whew, time. It is a mini skein set inspired by some of the different characters from the Redwall series by Brian Jakes. And I called it my Redwall Flowers mini skein set. I don't 100% remember all the colorway names, but we have a beautiful purple. I think this one might have been Lupin. And it's got some speckles of blue and pink in there. We have this kind of mustardy gold color. This one, I know we had Columbine and we had Tansy and we had Rose, or Rosie. I think it was Rosie. I don't remember for sure what this one would have been. Anyway, or maybe this one, because I think I did Bryony too. I can't remember. We've got this pinky colorway with some hints of like orange in there. I absolutely love all of these colorways. I'm so proud that I was able to make them. I made a very limited amount. I think I made like 5 sets or something. And these were the leftovers from my set that I saved for myself. And then we have this green, which again has some faint speckles in there of like blues. And then we have the blue, which is just kind of a variegated blue with maybe some hints of speckles. So my plan is in the feather and fan section of this cowl to put all of these kind of in there. Hopefully I have like just under 10 grams for each of them. I think the green was like 8 grams. So I'll probably use this one first because that's going to be the way that the cowl is worked. It looks like the first section would be the least amount. And hopefully I will have enough to do one feather and fan section of each color. And then if I need to finish it off, I would finish it off with a little bit more of the gray, because I should have more than enough of all of this combined to make that. But it's, yeah, it's just whether or not I can combine, like get these in the right order and everything. So I think that it just looks so beautiful, and it's going to be such a gorgeous cowl. I could probably wear it in the springtime, because I released these on May 1st. It was 2023. I released it May 1st because for May Day. I love May Day. I would like to get my ducks in a row and be able to do more of a little May Day celebration with my kids, and maybe that'll happen this year. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to getting this one cast on. So right now though, I need to get the boys in and get them down for their naps, and then probably during nap time, I'll get it cast on. So that is the project that we have for today, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just need to see what needle size it calls for, and hopefully I have the right needles, because that's definitely, we're kind of starting to get to that point where we're starting to run close on some of the needle sizes. But yeah, let me quickly, before I run and grab them, I mentioned, I think in my first vlog, that I was planning to set this up as a knitting journal, and I have. So I have my index page here where I'm just planning to number each of the pages and then put down what is on each page, and that way I can very easily find the different things. This is just a, if this is your first time watching, this is just a composition notebook that my mother-in-law covered with this beautiful paper, and then she added the elastic at the back, which I think will be perfect, because I have a feeling this is going to get like nice and fat with all the writing and stuff, and so there's that. And then I actually had used this for a couple other things. So I in the beginning here, I actually have a couple. This is a poem that I apparently really liked at some point. I think it was when my oldest son, when he was like a tiny baby, and it's called The Child Asleep, and it's just a really pretty poem. And then I had written in a quote from Moral Fox, which is one of the books in the Brian Jake series about a character, and I just really, really liked it. The description of this character was just so cozy, and she lives in like a little cottage, and it was just perfect. So I had those two in there. I thought about like tearing the page out, but then I was like, you know what? Why not? I can just leave this in there. That's fine. And then I've got my January page here. Nothing fancy. I just used a basic pen and wrote down, there are a couple other ones that I need to put in here, and that's why there's a space between the two. And then this is where the 12 cast ons started. And so then I'm putting my start date here, and then the finish date, if applicable. So that's for January. And then the next page, I have my yarn in or out, which is the little sneak peek for, you know, my next podcast or whatever. I've had some yarn in my house, arrive at my house. And then I've got project notes, and right now for most of them, it's just the pattern name and needle size and yarn I'm using for them. I haven't really had to do many notes so far. And then I'm trying to put the start date up in the corner for these as well. And so then I've got, for each project that I've been casting on, I've just been writing down those details. Now for my ranunculus / owl sweater, there's a bit more detail in here, which again, I am hoping to do a blog post or a Ravelry page or something along those lines, to kind of write out what I did to put the owl chart into the ranunculus sweater. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Just keep it really simple and fun. And I need to go see if I have some, I know I have some cute stickers. So I want to get some stickers and just stick them in. And then I actually, I have this like set of tees that I got from Aldi last year, like last spring. And they have these, well, I'll grab one real quick. They have these adorable little woodland animals on them. And so that's a tee. Well, I had this one the other day, and I cut out this little goose, and I'm going to save these and stick them in my knitting book. I need to see if I have a little glue stick, but I'm like, wouldn't it be so cute to just have like a little goose down on the bottom of the page? So I'm gonna kind of try that. I had a bullet journal for a while, which I really did enjoy, but it was less of a official like bullet journal, and it was like a dot grid notebook that I did a bunch of like watercolor painting and sketching and decorating, and I really did like it. I was thinking about that, and I was like, I kind of missed it. And if I could have found the same type of a book at Hobby Lobby, I would have gotten another one, but they didn't have the same style anymore, so kind of sad about that. But I'm really enjoying it. I have a number of different stickers and things. There was a period of time when I was postpartum after my first that there's this YouTube channel that is just gone now, but it was this lovely journaling channel, and it just so inspired me. And so I got a bunch of like different journaling things, and it would be really fun to use some in my knitting journal. And yeah, I'm feeling inspired and enthusiastic about keeping it because it is relatively simple. And I do think, especially with casting on this many projects at once, it would be good to have some notes. So that's the plan. Anyway, enough chitter chatter for now. I'm gonna go get my kids down for their nap, and I will check back in later when I'm casting on. I have to go and get my toddler up from nap time, but I'm making some progress. I decided the pattern called for US size 6 or 4mm needles. I went down to a size 5 or 3.75mm needles. And I need to measure and just see, for curiosity's sake, how close to gauge I'm getting. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I didn't realize I don't know if you're going to be able to see this at all. Right here at the top, you're supposed to slip the stitches on the edges, and I started off doing that, and then I realized that I had accidentally stopped doing that, and then I decided that it was not worth going back and slipping all the stitches. I actually quite like the garter edge. Yeah, I really like it. I think it's pretty and nice and neat enough for me. So I don't really feel the need to have the perfect slip stitches. Again, I don't know if you can see the difference between like where the stitches are slipped. So yeah, and it called for a provisional cast on for the garter tab cast on. I didn't do that. I was like, I don't feel like getting a crochet hook, and so I just skipped that part. It's another beauty about knitting, where it's like if you don't want to do a thing, you don't have to do a thing. Yeah, there's my progress for now. I'm going to keep working on it, and yeah. Alrighty friends, here to report back on the state of my cast on number. Shoot, is this number 7 or 8? trying to remember. I'm kind of getting all mixed up because I've filmed a section for my next vlog, and I think that my next vlog was number 7, but it actually might have been number 8 now that I think about it. And this is number 7. I think that's right. Anyway, this is the Amour. I need to look up how to pronounce that. Cowl. And this is where I've gotten to. This cowl is worked where you work a section of it flat, and then you join in the round, and then you work the rest of it in the round. So I'm just kind of slowly trying to get to the point where I can join in the round. And right now, it's a little bit boring to look at. It's just a bunch of gray. But I guess that is one of the things with the 12 cast ons, is that you're really not going to see the interesting bits until later. It's just the beginnings. But I'm really enjoying it at the moment. It has gotten to the point where it's mindless enough that I can like work on it and read, which I was doing earlier, which I got a little clip of, so you may have seen that already. I was able to work on it while the boys were playing outside. I was sitting on the porch with them for a little while. So yeah, it's really nice because it's just knitting and purling and knitting and purling. I seem to be doing a lot of those projects for this 12 cast on things. There's so many like flat stockinette projects. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking how it's going. I'm so excited to get to the point where I can put the colors in. Like, that is going to be delightful. Beyond delightful. It will be amazing. Because yeah, like with this, if you can imagine, if that'll stay up there, it's not going to stay. Let me see. Let me get these colors out and then I'll try and do it. But if you can imagine this kind of subtle neutral gray with this rainbow of colors, it's gonna be so fun. I'm gonna enjoy that part so much. Oh my goodness, all these are unwinding. But yeah, so that is my wrap up for this vlog. I hope you're enjoying it as always, and I am getting ready to do a little bit of looking and begin casting on my next project, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I'd be curious to know, what of these projects so far are you the most excited for me to finish or work on more once 12 cast ons are done? I haven't decided which one I'm the most excited to work on. I know I need to work on my day 1 cast on, the Dreaming of Springs one. That one's probably going to get done first just because I have a deadline for it. But I'm really excited about my ranunculus sweater. I am very much enjoying the Miss Marple scarf. That one has just been like a perfect sort of mindless knit. Ooh, the circle cardigan. I want to get back to that one and work on that one so badly. Because again, like once you get done with the middle part and you can start with all of the colors that you have to put in, that is going to be the best. But anyway, it's a very gray day outside. Kind of a gray warm day, which has been lovely for the boys, but very gray. So I'm going to sit on the couch, maybe read a little bit more or watch a podcast. I've been catching up on Ange from Yarny Yarns has been releasing some of her cast on videos, so I think I'm watching her 4th one now. So I have that to enjoy. And Catherine from My Making Adventures has a video that I haven't watched yet. So I'm going to cozy up, do a little bit of looking at some knitting stitch dictionaries, and thinking about my next project. So I hope you're having a very cozy, lovely day wherever you are and getting in some knitting time, whether it's for 12 cast ons or not. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye!